Okay, hello everyone. I'll be teaching you the fifth lesson of grade 11, that is the volume of solids. Okay, now here in this lesson there are few solids given and the equation of finding the total volume is also given. Now I'll show you how do you get those equations and just give you one example from each. Therefore, using the same equation, you can find the volumes in the questions. Okay. Now for the exams also in the paper itself, they would have given you the equation, but you should have an understanding, just an understanding of how to find the volume using the equation. Okay. Now when you go to find the volume, now already you have found, you know that how to find the volume of a we'll say a cube, that you have already studied. How do you find? You take the length, volume is equal to length into breadth into perpendicular height. Okay, that you have already studied. Also take a prism or a cylinder. How do you find? For an example, say I'll draw a prism. Let me draw a prism. Okay, an example like this. Okay, how do you find? Now for prisms and cylinders, the way of finding is the total volume is equal to the area of the cross section. That is, when you lift this prism upwards, we'll take this as the base. So you have to find the area of the cross section multiplied by the height. Are you clear with that? Okay. Therefore here you have how to find the area of the triangular side, half into base into perpendicular height, and then you have to multiply by the total height. Are you clear with that? Okay. Also you should know the equation of finding the volume of a cylinder. What is the equation? It's pi r squared. So here you will be getting for a cylinder, that is the same way, area of the cross section. Here you have pi r squared, and also we'll say height is equal to h, radius is r, therefore multiplied by h. Therefore volume is equal to pi r square h. Are you clear with this? Okay. Now therefore we'll move on to the first question, first part. How to find the volume of a square base right pyramid. Okay, I'll call it as just pyramid. Okay. Okay, here in order to find the volume of a pyramid, there is a small experiment or a relation. That is, think of a pyramid like this. I'll draw a pyramid here. I'm not that good in drawing, therefore, okay. Okay, this. Now here, let us say the side length as 6 centimeters. So all these, it has a square base now, so all these sides will be 6 centimeter, 6 centimeter. Also let us say the height of the pyramid, that is this height, not this slant height, the normal height, let us say that is equal to 10 centimeters. Okay, let us call height is equal to h, and shall I use it that way? Then I'll call it this as a and this as h. Okay, and sometimes in the questions the slant height also would have given. Okay, also think of a cuboid. Okay, a cuboid where a cuboid like this. Here we'll say a cuboid. Here the length and breadth both are same, that is equal to a centimeters. This side is also equal to a centimeters, and the height is equal to, we'll say it is equal to the height of the pyramid, h centimeters. Okay, now here what did we do here? You have a pyramid where the side lengths are both a and a, because it's a square base now. Since it's a square, all the sides lengths are equal. All four sides have a centimeter, a centimeter. Also we are relating it to a cuboid where the height is equal to the height of the pyramid, and also the side length is equal to a centimeters. Okay, now if you take two volumes solids this way, there is a relationship, that is volume of the pyramid. If you take the volume of the pyramid, if you take the volume of the pyramid and then multiply by 3, that is 3 times the volume of the pyramid is equal to volume of the cuboid. Are you clear with this? This is the relationship you have. Now using this relationship, you can find the volume of pyramid. Are you clear with this? Therefore, in order to find the volume of the pyramid, you have to divide the volume of the cuboid by 3. Therefore, volume of pyramid equal to volume of cuboid divided by 3. Now what is the volume of the cuboid? Length into breadth into height. That is, you have a centimeter into a centimeter into you had height is equal to h centimeter divided by 3. Therefore, if I write it in a proper way, volume is equal to 1 over 3, that is a squared h. Are you okay with this part? This is the equation you have to use in order to find the volume of a pyramid. Clear? Okay. Now using this, I'll give you an example. I'll solve an example from the book. It is given as the side length of a base of square pyramid is 12 centimeters. Okay, let me draw a diagram. Now for these types of questions, it's better if you draw diagrams. If you draw diagrams, the picture will be clear to you. Okay, this part. Okay, they have said the side length is equal to 12 centimeters. So all this side length is equal to 12 centimeters. Also, and the slant height is equal to 10 centimeters. Observe here. They have not given you the normal perpendicular height. They have given you the slant height. That is equal to, slant height is equal to 10 centimeters. Clear? Now the first one, Roman number 1, you have to find out the height. Height means you have to find this perpendicular height. Perpendicular height h. How do you find out? Okay, observe this part. The one I have drawn in green. You have a right angle triangle. Okay. Now this is the height, right? Height you have to find out. The slant height is given as 10 centimeters. Also, what is this length? It is not 12, it is half of it. That is equal to 6 centimeters. Now use Pythagoras theorem. You have to write using Pythagoras theorem. H squared is equal h squared plus 6 squared, here centimeters, 6 squared is equal to 10 squared. Therefore, if you find the answer, you will be getting h squared is equal to 10 squared, that is 100 minus 36, right? All you will be getting centimeter squared. Therefore, h squared is equal to 64 centimeter squared. H is equal to 8 centimeter. Now you know the height. Height is equal to 8 centimeters. Okay, second one, you have to find the volume of the pyramid. How do you find the volume? Okay, now you know the equation. In the exams also, you can just find the equation and then use it. You can straight away write it. The equation would have given. So you write 1 over 3 a squared h. Therefore 1 over 3, what is a squared? A is equal to 12 centimeters, the total side length. That is, I'll write 12 centimeter multiplied by 12 centimeter into height is 8 centimeters. Therefore I can simplify this part. Here it is equal to 4. Therefore you have to multiply 4. Here it's 48 multiplied by 8 centimeter cube. It's volume, now therefore you get cube. Now let us multiply 48 into 8, 64, 38, therefore 384 centimeter cube. Okay, are you clear? Remember the equation, therefore you can use the equation, find the volume of any pyramid given, any triangular pyramids given. Okay, the next part is we are going to find the volume of a cone. Now even for this there is a relationship. We'll check what is that relationship. Okay, now first of all I will draw a cone. So say a cone is given. Okay, let me say this height, total height is equal to, let me call h, radius is equal to r. Also now this I am going to relate it to a cylinder. Okay, cylinder of the same height and same radius. Okay, let me draw a cylinder as well. Radius is equal to r and the height is equal to h. Now already you know how to find the volume of a cylinder. Therefore there is a relationship. If you solve that, you can find the volume of the cone. Okay, the relationship is, if you multiply the volume of the cone by 3, you will be getting the volume of a cylinder. But the radius should be same, and also the total height also should be same. Are you clear with that? Okay, therefore volume of cone, if you multiply it by 3, you will be getting the volume of the cylinder. Clear? Okay, now in order to find the volume of cone, what you have to do? You have to find the volume of cylinder and divide by 3. Therefore I write 1 over 3 volume of cylinder. Okay, now you should know the equation of finding the volume of a cylinder. What is the equation? That is the area of the bottom part, pi r squared, multiplied by the total height. This is pi r squared into h. Therefore straight away you can write pi r squared h. Remember this equation. So using this equation you can find the volume of any cone you want. Okay, in some of the, now this is the height we are speaking. This is the height. You know the radius. In some of the questions maybe the slant height would have given. They would have given the slant height. Then what you have to do? You have to use Pythagoras theorem. Since this is a right triangle, you have to use Pythagoras theorem and then find the total height of the solid cone. That is equal to h. Okay. Okay, let us solve one question from that. That is the circumference of the base of a right circle. Okay, let me draw all these types of diagrams. Better draw a diagram. This is a cone. The circumference of the base of the right cone is 44 centimeters. This total is equal to 44 centimeters, it seems. Okay, and its slant height is 25 centimeters. Okay, now here the normal height is not given, but the slant height is given as 25 centimeters. Now you need this height now in order to find the volume. Also you need the radius also. Okay, now you can find, in order to find the radius, you can say circumference. Okay, Roman number 1 will say we are going to find the radius. Circumference is equal to 2 pi r, isn't it? Okay, already the circumference is given as 44 centimeters. Therefore you can say 2 into 22 over 7. What is r? R we don't know, therefore I'll write r. Therefore making r the subject, you have 44, you bring the 7 to the other side, it becomes multiplied, and then you have to divide 2 into 22. The answer will be in centimeters. 2 into 22 will give you 44, therefore you can cancel this off, and radius will be equal to 7 centimeters. Are you clear with that? Okay. And then moving on to the second part, here you have to find the height, h. How do you find? Use the thing I told you. Consider this part. the one in green. That is a right angle triangle. Therefore, you can use Pythagoras. You need h. Okay. Also, the radius, you know it. It's 7 centimeter. And then the slant height is equal to 25 centimeter. Now use Pythagoras theorem. What? H squared is equal to 7 squared is how much? 49 is equal to 25 means 225 centimeter squared. Therefore, h squared is equal to 225 minus you get 176 centimeter squared. Therefore, h is equal to how much is it? It's 13, 14. Is it 14? Yes. I hope it's 14. Okay. No, it's not 14. It should be 13. So there is a mistake in our calculation. Is it 25 7 squared? So if you take 25, the slant height is given as 25, right? So 25 is equal to 225. Sorry, the mistake is this. It should be 625. Therefore, here you have answer will be 576. Okay, this part you have 576. Therefore, square root of 576. How much is it? Is it 24? Should be 24, I guess. Yes, it's 14. So answer will be equal to 24 centimeters. Clear? Therefore, you can find the height. Also, finally, they are asking you to find the volume. So, what is the equation you have to use? Okay, now you know the equation. That is already I have taught you. That is 1 over 3 pi r square h. Now you can substitute 1 over 3 into 22 over 7. R, you know it. Straight away r square is equal to this, and then height is also 24. So here you get 7. Here you get 8. Therefore, you have to multiply 56 into 22. 56 multiplied by 22. That will give you 56, 12, 1. That will give you, I hope, 1, 2, 3, 2. Just check the answer. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 2. Anyway, you have to just multiply after substituting. We just have to multiply the values. Okay, and finally, we will find out the equation of finding the volume of a sphere. How to find the volume of a sphere? Okay, now here also, now since all this time we had the relationship between the solid we were speaking and with cylinder and then with cuboid, here also you have a relationship. Okay, that is, think of a cylinder with radius r. If you have a cylinder of radius r, and also think about a circumscribing cylinder. Circumscribing cylinder means you already know that a cylinder with the same radius as the sphere, and radius will be same, and the height is equal to the diameter of the sphere. That means twice the radius, 2r. Are you clear with that? Yes. Okay, and then if you consider this part, okay, this total volume of the cylinder is equal to, okay, now say I insert the sphere inside. Say the sphere is inside. Okay, the total volume of the cylinder is equal to volume of the sphere plus you have something else also. What should it be? Okay, I'll write it down. Volume of volume of cylinder is equal to volume of sphere plus volume of sphere plus the part which is left, that is equal to volume of a cone. Now you have to draw a cone also. Okay, I'll draw that part also. Radius is how much? It also should have the same radius. And what should be the height? The same height we are considering here, 2r, the same height of the cylinder. Understand? Now from here we will make this as the subject, and since we know the equation for volume of a cone and volume of a cylinder, you can find out the equation for volume of a cylinder, of a sphere. Therefore volume of sphere is equal to, you make this the subject, therefore volume of cylinder minus volume of cone. Clear? Okay. Now what is the equation for volume of a cylinder? That is pi r, the bottom, the area of the cross section, that is the bottom part, pi r squared multiplied by the height, that is pi r squared multiplied by 2r. Okay, pi r squared multiplied by 2r, and from that you have to subtract the volume of a cone. Now volume of the cone, you know the equation. What is the equation? You have 1 over 3 pi r square h, right? So pi, what is the r here? Same, r squared, h is equal to 2r. Don't forget to write it. H is equal to, height here is equal to 2r. Therefore let us solve this. Here you have 2 pi r cube minus 1 over 3 2 over 3 pi r cube. Now here this term are like terms, pi r cube. Now you have to just subtract 2 over 3 from 2. That will give you the equation of the volume of a sphere. That is equal to, volume is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cube. Are you okay with this? Now in our further calculations, to find the volume of the cone, you can directly use the equation and then find. Okay, I'll come to an example. Here what they are saying you is, find the radius of a metal ball that is made by using all the metal obtained by melting 8 metal balls, each of radius 7 centimeters. You have altogether 8 metal balls with radius 7 centimeters. Now you are going to melt all this, and then you are going to make a bigger sphere, and you should be able to find the radius. That is what they are asking you. They are going to find, now they are melting 8 such metal balls, and then they are going to find a larger metal sphere, a metal ball. You have to find the radius. That is, you should know the volume of this. You have to multiply it by 8 and then equate it to the volume of the larger metal ball, and then you can find the radius. I'll show you. Now in order to find the volume of the smaller sphere, use the equation. Volume, I'll directly volume of all smaller metal balls. That is 8 into 4 over 3 pi r cube. Okay, pi r cube is the equation. Therefore pi is equal to 22 over 7. What is the radius? It's 7. Therefore 7 into 7 into 7. I'll write the units at last. Therefore you can solve. Cut this off. Here what are the other things you can solve? That's all. Therefore the value you would be getting is okay, let us leave like this, and then we have to equate this to the volume of the larger metal ball. So this volume is equal to, so you can write a sentence if you like, or I can directly write it. 8, this is the volume of the of all smaller metal bars. Therefore I'll say 4 over 3, 22 into 7 into 7. Unit I'll keep it here, centimeter cube. What is the volume equation for the volume of the sphere of the larger metal bar? That will give you 4 over 3 pi over 22 over 7 r cube. Okay, now what you can do is you can cut this 4 over 3, 4 over 3. Also you can cut 22 and 22. So what are the values left here? So you have r cube is equal to 7 into 7 into 7 divided by 8 centimeter cube. If r is equal to 7 cube, 7 into 7 into 7 is equal to 7 cube. Now also you can write 8 as 2 to the power 3 centimeter cube. You have to take the square root of all this. That will give you 7 over 2. So finally 7 over 2 means it's 3.5 centimeters. Are you clear with this? Okay, now you have questions based on this. You can solve all these questions just by using the equation. Okay, thank you.